Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin ashrafil mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. So we are now at Ayat 79, and tonight we will whiz through this because you're all experts. Alhamdulillah, inshallah. And we will start with the Sarf first. Yes, well, let's go through the Sarf before we do the Irab. Yes, so Sister Nada, can you do the Sarf for Kul? What is the root letters and what is the family it belongs to?
قول, it's باب نصر. قال يقول.
Yes. And
قائل
قولا.
مقول.
Okay.
قولا مصدر.
Okay, yes. And yes, we will put that in. Alhamdulillah. And the isim fa'il is
قائل.
قائل. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Sister Vinita, yuhyi. What about yuhyi?
So, ha ya.
Alhamdulillah. This would be family.
This looks like family 4, sister.
Yes, it's family 4, and it will be.
Yeah. This is ha ya, right? So,
So family 4 will be.
We'll start with Hamzatul Fatah, right?
Yes.
But how would we?
It will be ya, because there's an alif maqsura at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the mudari.
Yuhyi.
Yes, excellent. Yuhyi. We bring back the. This is.
Yes. Ahya'an.
Islaman. So it will be.
Yeah. Ihya'an.
Yeah. Ihya'an. Good. Alhamdulillah. Ihya'an.
And that will be Muslimun. So Muhi.
Remember, this is a nakis word, so it becomes.
Yes, it's a nakis word. So Muhin. Muhin. Ya will vanish, right? And there will be kasratain, right, sister?
Yes. Fahuwa muhyin. Yeah.
Muhin, yes.
Good. Alhamdulillah. So let me make that into red. Okay. So this one, Sister Shiraz, Ansha'a.
It is Fele Madi.
Okay. I mean the Irab. Sorry, the Sarf.
Allazi is isme mausul na, sister?
No, the Ansha'a. We're doing Ansha'a, and we're doing the Sarf first. We're just doing the Sarf first. So what?
Okay. Ansha.
What are
Noon, Sheen, Hamza.
Yes, Noon, Sheen, Hamza. Sorry, I want to get the Sarf out of the way in a way because we want to concentrate on the Irab, and then after that we're going for our revision on how to do Irab. Yeah, so this is family 4, so this would be
family 4.
Ansha'a, go on.
Yunshiyu,
yes, and Mazda.
Insha'an,
and the isim fa'il.
Munshiyun.
Okay. Munshiyun. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. I think we've done all that. Yes, good. So now we go back to doing the Irab, beginning with Sister Nada again. You said this was fi'lun?
fi'lul madi.
Fi'lul madin, and well, it's not really fi'lul madin. It would be qala if it's fi'lul madin. So this would be qul. Would we be that?
Fi'lul amri was subhanallah.
Yes, that's what this
I don't know what I was thinking about qala, not qul.
Yeah,
in my mind.
It's automatic sometimes. Yeah. So this is an amr, The command, sorry,
Yeah,
and
مبني.
all amars are
مجزوم
مبني
مبني على
yeah,
السكون.
yes, مبني
على
على
السكون.
مبني على السكون. Alhamdulillah. And because the wow is dropped because two sakins meet, yeah, so we have that. And what's the fa'il?
أنت.
Okay, good. The fa'il is anta mustatirun fihi wujuban takdiruhu anta.
Okay.
Yep, so that's the full Irab. Now, yuhyiha, Sister Vinita, what is this?
Yes. So yuhi is fi'l mudari.
Yes, it's fi'l mudari'un, and it is, of course,
Mabni ala, it is,
no, this is fi'l mudari', so it won't be mabni unless there's something attached.
sorry. Marfu with, so it should be marfu.
Marfu'un, yes.
You cannot see here marfu, right, sister?
Yes, you cannot see the ya. So when we cannot see the dhamma, we cannot see the dhamma, what do we say?
Muqaddara.
Muqaddara. Yes, muqaddam.
So it will be maksura, sister? Alif maksura? No.
Oh, first before you say that, no, it's not maksura. Yuhyi, it has a ya there. There's no alif.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is muqaddara ala ya. Yeah?
Yes, ala
On
aliya. Ala
Which is
aliya.
siqal. And do we say thiqal?
Yes, lisikal. Yes, what does lisikal mean?
That is, it is heavy, like it's hard
Yeah.
to.
It's difficult to say, yeah, difficult to pronounce. And what's the fa'il?
Okay, so Damir Mustatir.
Is the fa'il
do we
there?
say
Is the
fa'il
fa'il in or
outside?
out? Is that fa'il
No,
in
maybe
or out?
outside.
Yes, because we have the
Maybe
allazi here.
yes,
Yeah,
so
the
there is an
allazi.
outside word.
Yeah, so there is an out
Yeah.
there, so we won't say anything about that. But we
Yes.
have the ha. So what is this ha
Yeah.
here?
So this is Zamir Muttasil. Fi Mahalli Nasab.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Maf'ul
which
bihi.
is the maf'ul bihi. What's special about this maf'ul bihi? Because the fa'il comes after it, so this becomes what type of maf'ul bihi? Usually it's fi'il fa'il maf'ul bihi, but now it's fi'il maf'ul bihi fa'il. So what do we say?
Muqaddam. Muqaddam.
Muqaddam. Yes, it's a hit. So damir muttasil mabni ala as-sukun fi mahali nasab maf'ulun bihi muqaddam. Yeah, muqaddam. Good. Alhamdulillah.
And sister, do we also say that this is Maqulun call? Because this is coming after full.
Yes, we would have said it here. But
Yes.
once we finish the yuhiha, yeah, yuhiha allazi, then we will say jumlah fi'liyah fi mahali nasab maf'ul bihi maqul kam. So let's do
Okay.
allazi first. Sister Vinita, allazi, how do we say this?
Okay. So this is Ism Mawsul.
Oh, okay. Sister, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, fi'il, right, isim mawsul, mabni,
مبني على السكون.
mabni ala sukun,
Here it is في محل رفع
fi mahali rafa,
because it is file.
fa'il mu'ahar, yeah, it's behind.
Mu'akhar.
Okay. Now I will add this part, but there's two things happening here. We have a jumlah that is maqulul qawl, yes. Maybe, but we also have to say that this is the sila, right, or the mawsul.
Sila.
So Sister Shiraz, how would I say the sila for this
like
one?
after the jumla baduha is silatul mawsul.
Okay, I'm going to
After as allazi fa'il rafa fa'il
okay, I'm going
اسم موصول مبني على السكون وجملة في محل وجملة بعدها صلة الموصول. The whole will be
I'm going to put it up
Ji.
here for the maqulul
قول
qawl.
مفعول
Yeah.
القول.
Yeah. We'll always get the wordings there, and then we'll add the silah here, yeah?
Okay.
So the sila here.
وجملة بعدها صلة الموصول لا محل لها من الإعراب.
Yeah.
And it is file for the fail. Sorry, before.
We have said it already, yeah? في محل رفع فاعل مؤخر. So this one is here. So this, yes, goes back to this fa'il. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay. So, ansha'aha. Now, how do we do the i'rab for this, Sister Nada? Ansha'aha. What sort of fi'il is this?
This is form 4. Nashaya.
Oh no, it is, we've done the sarf already. We're going to do the
yes,
i'rab.
Okay.
I think the red is not red enough.
Okay. فعل الماضي.
Yes. Go on. Go on.
مبني على الفتح.
الفتح. Yes, and it's fa'il.
هو تقديره هو.
Yes, تقديره هو. الحمد. Yeah, so this is fi'il madin mabni ala al-fath. As we know, all mabnis, we don't say fatha, we say fath. That's how we differentiate mu'rab from mabni. Then the fa'il is mustatir fihi jawazan, because we can have an outside doer. That's why we say it's jawazan. Otherwise, it's like the anta, it will be wujuban. It has to remain mustatir. Yeah, we cannot have an outside doer. So, and it of course refers back ya'udu ala allazi. Yeah, the huwa is the allazi. Okay, alhamdulillah. Now, the ha, you haven't finished the ha yet. And what's the ha?
مفعول به.
Ha is a dhamir muttasil. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's mabni on
فتح on سكون.
On sukun, and it's fi mahali
نصب.
nasbin maf'ul bin. Ya, maf'ulun bihi, as you have said. Alhamdulillah. Okay. All right. Back to Sister Vinita. Awwala. What is awwala? Sister Vinita? Your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was speaking. Yeah, awwala is.
It's a special word. It's awwala. Yeah.
Okay, is it special mudaf? Zarf?
Yes, it's a zarf, and the zarf is pertaining to time or place.
It should be both, right? It can be both, but I think this is time.
Yeah, because we're talking about marratin that follows it. Yes. Yeah. So this is time.
Yes.
Zarf.
Yes. Zarf zaman.
Zarf zaman. Now, most zarfs are muta'alliq to something, and this is not an exception. Yes, it is muta'alliq to something. So what is it muta'alliq to?
I think muta'alliq to fail yuhi.
Okay.
Muta'alliq to fail yuhi, sister.
Okay. What was this? Ansha'aha. Yes, it's muta'alliq to that fi'il. I've just added this just to complete it. Yes, zarf zaman mansubun wa alamatu nazbihi al-fatha. So this one is muta'alliq to
fail ansha. Okay.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Now, Sister Shiraz, maratin would be your...
It is mudaf ilayh.
Yes, mudaf ilayh, and what is the status?
It is majroor.
Majroor with a sign of...
Bil kasra.
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 Alhamdulillah. Yeah. And back again to Sister Nada. What do you think this wow is? What type of wow do you think this is?
Is it wow hal maybe?
It can be, right? Huwa bikulli khalqin, right? Because it follows a jumla ismiyah behind it. Yeah. So we have quite a number of choices really for this.
It can be whatever. What kind of wow?
I'll do the easy one. We'll do the easy one tonight. Okay, we just say it's ataf.
Okay.
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 And then because we want to do the other bits, but I think you're all very familiar with all the options that there is. Yeah. So this huwa is damirun munfasilun fi mahalli. Sister.
Raf.
Yes,
في
that's
محل
right.
الرف.
And why is it rafa?
Because it's مبتدأ.
Yes, it is muftada. Yeah, and of course it's mabni ala fat, but we
Fat,
don't have to write that. And back to Sister Vinit. No, Sister Shiraz, right? Bikulli. Or is it? Have I got?
It's
Ba
me.
is
Oh,
ba
Sister.
harfi jar.
Okay. So this is ja wa majrur, which is mutalik
Ja.
to which to what? What are we?
Khabar.
To the habar. So the habar, where is the habar?
Khabar should be mahzoof here, sister. Then
Yes, it is mahsuf. Yeah, because we don't see anything. Or is it
Ji.
mahsuf? We see something down there.
Alimun, sister.
alimun is there down, na?
Yeah. So alimun is
alimun.
our habar. Sorry.
Is a khabar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So now halkin. Who would like to do halkin?
So khalqin
It's
is
mudaf.
mudafile, sister, yeah?
Oh, yeah, it is mudaf ilayh. And what is the mudaf?
Kulli.
Kulli. Good.
Kulli is the mudaf.
Everyone got that? Yeah, no problem there. So here alimun is our habar, and it's
Khabar.
the habar of huwa, and
Huwa.
of course it is marfu'un bidhamma. So this is quite easy to understand, yeah, jumla ismiyah. All right, alhamdulillah. Now I'm going to break this down to two. So the first half, Sister Shiraz, can you do the first half? قُلْ يُحْيِيهَا الَّذِي أَنْشَأَهَا أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. What do you think that translation is? قُلْ يُحْيِيهَا الَّذِي أَنْشَأَهَا أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. How would we translate this?
For me, sister.
Yes, for you.
Cool. Okay. Say
Say, yes.
yuhyi ahya yuhyiun is matlab he
Now,
matlab
there's something that is missing here actually. Yeah, we can say, because it's, remember alazi, it's referring to something. Usually when we have an alazi here, it goes back to something in front, but this is like it's been left out. Yeah, so we say that it is like what do you think it is? What is in front of it? No,
Huwa?
yeah, this is.
I didn't get what is the question you're asking, sister.
Okay, here is yuhyiha, and then we said that allazi is actually the fa'il. Yeah?
Ji.
So that is actually the fa'il. So what I'm saying is, it's as if there is a missing something here. Because this is
he,
like
matlab huwa na? Huwa.
yeah, so
It will be huwa, he.
so the alazi goes back to huwa, that is not
Huwa.
there. Yeah?
Ji.
So
Ji,
how
ji.
we translate this? He will.
Say
Yeah?
he will. He will.
Okay, he will
Lazi, give them life.
give them
Life. Insha is who produced them the first time. Pehli baar.
who or
Produced or who created them or who produced them, right? Ansha is produced, na sister. Who produced
ansha'a.
them?
Yeah, I think we wrote the meaning here. Oh, I didn't put the. This is actually to lend. Ansha'a.
To lend.
It's to grant, isn't it? Ansha'a.
Okay.
Okay, so.
To grant them the
life. Subhanallah.
Grant them the life.
The first time. Oh, for produce.
The first time.
You said produce just now, right?
Yeah, G. Insha.
Let me
Produce.
just check. Just check the ansha'a. But hold on, yeah. For the first time. Let me check the meaning of sha'a, because I'm guessing here. It can mean. It can mean what they wish, but because it's family 4, so it may have taken a different meaning. Nun shin hamza. Nun
Paida karna is to produce.
Nun
Create. Or
okay, so nun. Sorry.
Nun shin.
To rise to a loft to much of family 4, to cause or bring into being, yeah, to create.
To produce. Yeah.
Okay,
Create,
so,
produce.
Yeah, so produce is okay. Alhamdulillah. Sorry about that. Now where is our here? So to produce them the first time, right?
First time.
Yeah. And the second part of it, Sister Vinita, wa huwa bikulli khalqin alim.
Okay, so we are not taking this as halia, right, sister? Not while.
No. We can use,
Okay.
we can if we want to, but let's just take it as ataf at the moment. And
Okay, and he is aware of.
And he is.
He's aware of. He knows.
He is aware of.
Aware of.
Alimun.
Alimun is sifa, right, sister? So do we use the like knower or something like that?
He is.
Like,
he's aware of. He is knowing. Yeah, we can say he's
Know-
knowing. Yeah.
Knower of. Yeah, knower of.
Is. We can also say knowing of. What is he knowing
Of.
of?
All of his creation.
Yes, of all creation.
All of his creation.
All creation.
Okay, all
So,
of
yeah.
creation.
This is one of those cases when we have of all in English, we don't have an S. Yeah. It's
All of.
okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. Okay. So now today we are going to continue with what we were doing with regards to our revision, yeah, with on Irab, basically. And last week we kind of like stopped, like it was hanging, yeah, like hanging like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over again, yes, because I think Sister Shiraz and Sister Nada left us early for different reasons. I just want to go over again the different alamas of I'rab. We said that we had 2 categories of alama. One that is asliyah, that we know, yes. These are the things. For rafa, it will be dhamma, we know this. Nasab will be fatha. Jar will be kasrah. Jazm will be sukun, yes. So this normally is, it can be dhammatain, fathatain and kasratain, yes. We don't have a tain for sukun because it's not a sound. So then we have something called far'iyah. We said that is signs that deviate from the original, yes. And then we saw this. We have a waw, alif, nun and ya. I did not put this in the slide the last time. Yes, I did not put this in the slide last time for obvious reasons. But we also had something that was kasrah and fatha that looked like an asliyah, but I put it under far'iyah. Yeah, I put it under far'iyah. And so some of you asked me, what's that all about? Yeah. So does everyone understand why I say wow is rafa? Anybody has any doubts why?
No.
No.
No, sir. It's for plural, yeah? Plural Jama.
Okay.
Jama, right?
Alif. Does anyone know why
For
this is
dual.
rafa? Yes, for
For
dual.
dual.
And noon. Why is this
Because
rafa?
of dual.
No.
Where,
Noon.
sister?
This
This
is
one
for-
is for dual. Yes, this is rafa for dual.
Yeah, dual.
This is rafa
Ji.
for plural.
Jama.
But what is noon? Why is
Noon
it
is
rafa?
for the rafa, for the jama.
For
Jama.
fi'l, sister, fi sabuti noon, like when we show
Rafa
that
status.
Yes.
mudare, for mudare, yeah?
Yes, for mudari, that is marfu. Yes. So let, for example, you have ya'lamuna, you know, that means they know. But if let's say you want to make it nasab, then we would use something like lan ya'lamu, then they will
Yes.
not know. Yes. And of course you have lam ya'lamu, which is your majzum. Yeah. Then they did not know. Yeah. So this is where this comes in. Then we have nasab and jar, that's ya. That's ya. Sister Nada, when is nasab and jar ya? Do you know the case? When is nasab?
This, when is nasb and jar, yeah?
When is nasab jar
Yeah,
ya?
when it comes after harf jar, or when it is maful bihi, I think.
Can you give me a word which is mansub or majroor with a sign that is ya?
So, muslimina.
Muslimina, yeah. So both muslimina would be,
Yeah.
is that a plural or is it a dual or
A plural.
the plural? Yes, good. What about if it's dual? Will it still be ya?
No, yeah, it will be muslimaini.
Yeah.
It is a yeah, but it's not the same kind of yeah, I think.
Okay, it's still a ya, yeah. So it's still a ya. So muslimaini for the dual, muslimina.
I forgot the names of yeah now. Lean and med, I think.
We're going into tajweed now. Yes, alhamdulillah. So then we have a nasab that is kasra. Okay, when is nasab kasra, Sister Vinita?
When it is female, feminine plural, right? Atun, atin,
Yes, that's
atin.
right. Yes. And now today we're going to look at ja, which is fatha. Yes, ja, that is fatha, not kasra. So what do you think this is? I'm sure you know this because you're all. When is ja?
This is mamnu min as-sarf, sister.
Yes, it is mamnu min as-sarf. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do today. This is just just to show you that this is of course kasra. Yeah, in the case of nasab and jar, the feminine plural, and all the rest that we discussed just now. Yes.
Yeah.
And we also went through the different i'rab statements, and we said that we always start with a type of word, whether it's an isim, a harf, or a fi'il, and the status depending, and on the sign. Yes, and of course then what is the function. So we saw this is simple case. This is when we have the dhamma, and this would be marfu. So in the case of muslimun, muslimatun, it will be dhamma, and it's zahir. We can see it at the end. Yeah, quite clear. Here we have the alif. We've already said this. When we have a sign that is deviating from the original sign, yeah, this is marfu still, but the sign is now alif. Then we have something called niyabatan an. Yeah, that means this is like the vice president. No, so this is in place of the dhamma. Yeah, so just like the vice president represents the president, niyabatan an represents dhamma, but in the form of alif. This one we saw here. Why? Because it's musanna. We said it's dual.
Yeah.
Then here wow. Yes, this is of course for your masculine plural, the sound masculine plural, not the broken masculine plural. Yeah, the sound masculine plural. And here is of course dhamma again, representing dhamma when it is ta'anis. Yeah, ta'anis, feminine. We can also use the term bidalan minat dhamma, bidalan meaning in place of as well. Yeah, badal. And we had the same thing for mansub, Yes. Here, what we mentioned before, tiny, yeah, Mina, yeah, still ya. We don't have any special name, just still ya, yeah, but we say it's niabatan. And then here, where it is kasrah, the special case of atin, yeah, both mansub, and we'll see on the next slide for majrur as well. Yeah, so this is what we see for majrur. The ya again for both tiny, yeah, and ina, and atin, kasra. Alhamdulillah. Okay, just to revise that part. But we have also special cases of mu'rab. We mentioned this, we kind of rushed through it through the end, where the sign is muqaddara, and we saw in ayah 79 a sign of this with yuhyi, yeah, with yuhyi, because it is what we call a nakis, an isim mankus, yeah, an isim mankus. So now I've kind of like summarized why you would have an alamat that's muqaddara, yeah, reasons for i'rab bil alamati muqaddara. So can you read this sentence, Sister Vinita? Just read it through. Can you see the haraka?
Yes, yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Adamu salahiyatil harfi akhiri min al kalimati litahammuli alamatil i'rabi.
Okay. Any idea what it's saying?
It's saying Amadu.
Adamu
This is the quality.
when something is not there, yeah, something that's absent. Adamu.
Okay.
But this is the noun, the absence of.
Okay, absence of attribute. Yeah.
Salahiyat.
Salahiyat is attribute, right? Quality
Something like that, yes. Can.
of harf. Okay, quality of harf. No, this is harf. Yeah, quality of the letter.
The last letter, yes.
The
It's
last letter, yeah.
Mhm.
Of the kalima,
Of the word, yes.
of the word.
Mhm.
Because it carries.
Mm.
Yeah, it carries the alamat of i'rab,
Okay.
something like that.
The adamu, yeah. It's actually the absence, yeah. Here, salihati means capability, the power, yeah, the ability of the last letter, because all of these mudaf ilayh, yeah, idafas all the way
Yes.
here, except for this
Yes.
one, yeah. So litahammuli is of course to carry, yeah, to carry the sign of i'rab. So the last letter isn't able to carry the sign of i'rab. Why? Normally because it's a vowel. Because vowels
Yes.
don't carry sounds, so you can't have a harakah on it. Yeah. Now the second one, Sister Shiraz, can you read this one?
Wujudu harfin
Mhm,
yaqtadi harakata muayyanatan
mhm,
tunasibuhu.
mhm.
So wujubu harfin, the presence of a word, of a letter, yaqtadi is requires, right?
Okay, yes, we can do that for a
Of a
while.
letter requires harkat is a specific movement.
Oh, yes, a specific movement or
Harakata
harakah.
specific movement.
Yeah.
Tunasibahu yunasibu. Tunasibuhu is
This is
to suit it, sister.
this is a masdar.
Compatible.
This is
To
a
suit
masdar.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Compatible, yeah. Compatible.
Yes. Okay. Can or reasonable. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the presence
To suit it.
of a letter that requires yaqtadi
Requires.
is actually a fi'il. A certain diacritic mark. This is harakah in English. Okay. Certain, as you say, muayyana. Yeah, muayyana. That suits it. Yeah, that suits it. Tunasibu. That suits it. Okay, Sister Nada, can you read this last one?
I don't know if I can.
Just read it. Just read it. You don't have to translate it. Just read it.
Okay.
Can you see? Can you see?
وجود حرف جاري حرف جاري صلة حرف جاري زائد أو شابه به.
شابه به. Okay.
Yeah.
So the presence, wujud, wujud, the presence of a harf, yes, in this case it's become light because it's also a mudaf, of a preposition of connection. Remember silah? That takes the place of Zaidah because the grammarians of later years felt it was politer to use silah. If we see Zaid in the Quran, it's as if you don't need that word, which is not true when we talk about the Quran. I think we know this. Or something similar to it, yeah. Aw shabihin bihi. Yeah, the presence of a preposition of connection.
Okay.
And usually it's there because it wants to emphasize something. So we have a min here, but it's not in the translation. Yeah. So not a single man came. We want to emphasize that nobody came at all. Yeah. Or we would say something like Ma ra'aytu min rajulin. I have not seen a single man. Yeah. So it's more for emphasis. It's not translated. Yeah. We will see this later because we want to concentrate on our mamnu min al-sarf. Yeah. So the third case we will see it later. Now, here we saw not the mamnu min al-sarf, cases of Irab, yes, when we had things like he is the judge, al-qadi, al-qadiya, yeah, I saw the judge, bil-qadi, this is what we did last, yes, and we said that this is all muqaddara, we'll accept this is zahira because you can see the fatha for the mansub, but you can't see the dhamma, you can't see the kasra. So we said that was a way of saying this. When we do it in Arab, we use the term muqaddara. Then I just want to remind you, yeah, that a mankus in this case is always an isim that ends with a ya, and the letter before it is a kasra. So this particular case, when I say isim mankus, I'm talking about this case. No, it's not like a fi'il naqis where it is ending in a vowel. Yeah, for mankus we're looking at specifically ya with a kasra before it. Yeah, so in this case we say it's muqaddara alla ya, and that here, however, we say it's zahira ala ma qabla ya, before ya, and then here we say again ala ya. So as you can see, these two, I think it's quite easy to understand. But why the emphasis on what comes before ya when it is zahira? And then we said this is because when we were looking at it without the alif lam, when we were looking at it without the alif lam, yes, it became let me see, let me pick up the correct slide.
Qadiyan.
No, this is mutaqallim. I'm not looking at the right slide. Or did I not include it? I'm back again here. Question 3. Is this the one? No, this is maqsur. Subhanallah, sometimes. Yes, the qadin. Yeah, the qadiyan and qadin, be qadin again. Yeah, because we had to drop the ya here. These two we have dropped the ya. Yeah, but in this case we maintain the ya, and there was this alif, and it is this alif that makes it before ma qabla. Yeah, because it has to be before, because the alif cannot carry your sound. Yeah, we cannot carry the haraka. Yeah. So I brought it here, and here we see a third question. This was the answer to the Irab of this one. Yeah, ja'a qadiyan and be qadin. Yes, and we said in this case it's slightly different from the first part. Yeah, we add something ala ya al mazufa. Yeah, because we had to drop the ya. Because we drop the ya, we get the tanwin. Yeah, just like yawma izin. Yeah, the day of yawma izin. Yeah, why there is an izin? Because you drop the ya. Yeah, so it gets assimilated and you get the tanwin. But in this case, we didn't drop the ya, and that's why we can carry the fatha up there, and that's why we have it zahirah for the case of al-qadiyah. Yeah, al-qadiyah. I hope you're following me, inshallah. So here's the same qadin. Again, we will say mahzufa because the ya gets absorbed, and that's why we have the tanwin. Yeah? Two different reasons why there is a tanwin. In this case, it's a normal case. In this case, because we absorb the ya. Yeah? Okay. Then we had Isa. This is easier. This is easier because we know it's an alif. I can't do much with an alif. Even I put a dhamma or what, I still have to say it as an alif. Yeah? It's Isa, Isa, Isa. So in this case, it is muqaddara ala alif. Yeah, as well. All of it is the same, identical i'rab, only that, of course, the dhamma, the fatha, and the kasra is muqaddara. We can't see it. Yeah, we can't see it. Okay. Definition of maqsur is an isim with an alif at the end, and what comes before it is a fatha. This is the condition. Yeah, this is the condition. Then this one is something new. This one will come back to it, yeah, because sadiqi, for this particular case, we're talking about a singular isim, a mufrad isim. We also will have to look at the dual, and we also have to look at the plural, yeah, how we write it when it is a dual and plural. But in this case, we're just looking at mufrad. We'll come back to this again. Yeah, so sadiqi, sadiqi, sadiqi. Because of the ya, we have to have a kasrah before it. Because of the ya, sukun, yeah, we have to have a kasrah before it. We cannot put a dhamma. We cannot put a fatha. Yeah. So and this kasrah is actually because of that, because of the ya, and not because it's a jar. Yeah. So sometimes the kasra doesn't represent the jar, but it actually represents the sound of the ya. Yeah, so in this case, all three is the same. You see, this is called the ya mutakalim, the I belonging to you. Yeah, so it's ma qabla ya mutakalim. Same thing here. Same thing here. Okay.
So isn't that ishtighal thing?
Yes. Yes. This is the next slide. I just wanted to concentrate on the i'rab. I wasn't going into the reason yet. Yeah. So here we will add information to the i'rab to say why is this the case. Yeah, because it's been prevented by showing itself, because it's too heavy. It's heavy to show. Yeah, it cannot show it. Maqsur case, it's impossible to show. Ta'azzur, because of the alif, there's no way you can put a harakah on an alif. Waw or fatha, dhamma or fatha or kasra. There's no way, because it's an alif, it's a vowel. It's not a root letter by any way. Yeah, not like qadiyan. Qadiyan for fatha you can still put, because the ya can be a root letter. Yeah? But in this case, no. Here, because it's mufrad, this one now becomes a bit longer. Yes, we have the same i'rab here that we saw for all three, and then we have to say, what does this mean? What does this mean? Sister Shiraz, what does this mean? Statement here.
منع من ظهورها اشتغال المحل بالحركة مناسبة. So it is prevented by its zuhuriya is by its presence to be seen, sister.
Yes, from being seen. Yeah,
from being seen.
Okay.
اشتغال المحل بالحركة مناسبة. So محل بالحركة مناسب. ظهورها اشتغال
Ishtighal is to be occupied. Yeah, ishtighal is to be occupied or to be busy. The place is busy. Yeah, it's
Okay.
busy. Yeah,
the place is being busy with the
harakah munasabah. Yeah, the harakah munasabah here is the kasra. The kasra is there. Why? Because of the ya.
with the appropriate vowel.
Yeah. So instead of having your dhamma, instead of having
Ji.
your kasra or the fatha, you can't, because that place has been occupied by the kasra that is meant to make the sound of ya, right? So that's why we say that place is istighal or occupied by the harakah munasabah that is related to the ya. Yeah, that is suited for the ya. And
Suitable for the sound of ya. Okay,
yes,
got it. That is the kasra before G sister.
Yes, that's right. The sound of ya.
Yeah.
They should put that,
Yeah.
right? Sound of ya. That'll be
Ji, ji.
clearer. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah,
Yes, so these are the added information that you can add on to the different Irab that we saw before, in the slides previously. Okay. Now we go to Mabnu min Nafsaf. Yes, inshallah. And we're going to do this in 7 minutes. Okay. Now, when does an isim behave like a fi'il? What do we know about fi'ils?
They are tied to time.
Yes. But in terms of behavior, in terms of the harakah that you can put, or the tashkil of a fi'il, right? What is it that a fi'il cannot carry?
Dhammatain. Tanween.
Majroor.
Tanween, yes.
Tanween cannot.
And it doesn't also have majroor. Yeah, it only has majzoom.
right.
Yeah, it only has majzoom.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why we call it mamnoon min afsah. Yeah, mamnoon min afsah. So now, tell me, what is it that you notice? You just said it, so you should be able to tell me. What about this? What is it about this that makes it mamnoon min afsah? What is it that you see?
It is name, غير Arabic name.
But
Usmanu.
we're talking about the sign. What is it about this word, the sign, that
It is the file which needs to have tanween. But here we have only one dhamma.
Yes, good. Yeah, there's no
So,
tanween here.
Tanween.
What about this one, Sister Vinita? What glass here that, shows that it's mamnu min al-sal?
Because it doesn't have kasra.
Yes, it doesn't have kasra. Same here, it doesn't have kasra and it doesn't have tanween. Yeah?
Tanween.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay. So I'm just going to sum this up here. We're saying the same thing. Yeah, it doesn't have tanween. It doesn't have kasra. And then we say it's mamnu min al-saf or mamnu min al-tanween. Yeah? Or mamnu min al-kasra, which means the jar is always with fatha. Yeah, you jarru, we show the jar bil fatha. And the word mamnu comes from mim nun ain, which means to forbid or to prevent. Yeah, to forbid or to prevent. Alhamdulillah. So just a note here, when is a noun without a tanween? Yeah, not nunated. How subhanallah, how do we say this in English? Can anybody help me?
Nunated.
Nunated. Okay.
Nunated.
Nunated. So we know the first thing, when there's an alif lam. When there's alif lam, then there's no tanween. Yeah? It can't coexist. Yeah, so the al-kitabu. When it appears in an idafa construction, we know this.
Yes.
Yes, because this is your mudaf. Mudaf is always light, not heavy. When it is preceded by ya, it's also light. Yeah, so we have ya ustazu, you don't have ya ustazun. Yeah, and the final case is our friend. This should be diptote with a single e. Yeah, the tritote is the normal isim. Tritote means it can take all the three signs. Yes, but mamnu sab only diptote. It's either dhamma or fatha, no kasra. Yeah, so it's just two conditions. Now, for mamnu sab to take place, there are cases where you only need one reason to occur if it is mamnu sab. For Other cases, you need two conditions to occur before it's mamnu min nafsa. Yeah, so what I mean by this, I will explain. Now, it only occurs with nouns. Mamnu min nafsa is only for nouns, not for fi'il. Yes, remember that. It's only for isims. When there's only one reason, when are the cases when only one reason needs to occur? If we get cut off, please come back in. Yeah. This is when we're looking at alif ta'nis maqsurah or mamdudah. Mamdudah is the one with the hamza. Yeah. So when you showing it is a feminine isim and it either ends with the maqsurah or alif hamza. And in this case, alif hamza preceded by 3 letters. With alif there is no harakat. Yeah. So we'll see an example later, like Laila. So and here Shaima. Yeah. So there's 3 letters before the alif and hamza. Then it's a mamduda. Otherwise, it's not. Okay, because you have other letters that other words that have more letters, then it's no longer this case anymore. So only this needs to occur, and voila, it is mamnu min nafsa. Yeah, voila, it was mamnu min nafsa. The other case is when it is what we call sighatum muntahal jumu'. This is the extreme plural, the super plural, where when you see the pattern, you know we are talking about a lot of stars. Yeah, masabih, for example, a lot of stars in the universe. So the pattern is mafa'il or mafa'il. Yeah, mafa'il or mafa'il. Yeah, and there are other conditions, of course. Yes, it has to be 2 letters or 3 letters. Yeah, depending. And the middle one is a sukun. Awsat is the middle one. Yeah, so we will see the pattern here, as you see. Yeah, jawari, mafatih, masajid. Yeah, so dinanir, for example. So 3 letters or 2 letters before. Then we have cases where we have to have 2 reasons. 2 reasons why. Yeah. Before we can call it mamnu min nafsa. Yeah, before we can call it mamnu min nafsa. Here it is a proper name and something else. Ukhra means something else. Wasfiyah when it is an adjective or a description and something else. So this is when you have to have both of this before it can occur. The next slide, I'm showing it in English, so we have a look at it. Yeah, so here another plus a proper name. So it's non-Arabic. Ibrahimu Yusufu. Yeah, Yusuf. When it's feminine, Fatima, Zainab, and Talha. Feminine in appearance, but not in meaning. Feminine in meaning, but not in appearance. Feminine in meaning and appearance. When I say appearance, the Tamabuta. Yeah, Zainabu doesn't have a Tamabuta, but you know Zainab is female. Yeah, so this would be mamnu min nafsa. Okay, this is what I was just saying. Just saying and meaning, meaning only, saying only. When you have 2 words combined, like hadra maut. Yeah, hadra is one word, maut is another word. Yeah, baklaba. Baklabika. Subhanallah. Yeah, so these are all names. Usman, yeah, with alif nun. And when it is different from the normal, yeah, we would say Omar, Huza, Fu'al. This is this pattern. Yeah, we don't have it the normal pattern. The form of a verb like Ahmadu, Yazidu. It looks like a verb, yes, because this is like family 4. This is like the mudari of family 4. So yeah, things like that. So this is a name, but it looks like a verb, then it becomes mamnu min nafsa. In this case, when it is describing a wasfun, adjective. Now, like I said, sifah, we use the word sifah with mausuf because it only comes in a combination of mausuf with sifah. But sometimes you have an adjective by itself. Let's say you want to say that he is angry, right? There is no mausuf there, because the angry is actually now the habar. But that habar happens to be an adjective. Yeah, happens to be an adjective. So in this case, we don't have all this. You only come to this part. Yeah, when you have the alif and nun. Yeah, additional alif and nun, like ghadban, meaning anger. And then here with adlu, musanna, musulas, ruba, ukhar. Yeah, all of this. The pattern is different from normal. And that's what adl means. Yeah, to deviate. And not to be fair or anything, but to be, the pattern is different from the norm. Here ahsanu, afdal, ahmaru, yes, you know this, to become red, yeah, better. So this is another way, another reason why it would be mamnu min al-sarf. Now, when does the mamnu min al-sarf become sufferable? Yeah, sufferable. When you have things like alif lam, or when it is mudafan. Yeah, mudafan. That means this is mudaf, this is mudaf ilayh. So then you can have your kasra. Yeah, then you can have your kasra. But only that, we don't have like tanwin. Tanwin doesn't come in anywhere. Yeah, just that you can have a kasra when you have alif lam and when you have ila. Sorry, when it is idafa. Sorry. Okay, here I'm saying here, names of countries and cities are also partly flexible. Yeah, just something additional. And we saw this because it's a proper name and feminine. Yeah, we treat names of countries and cities as feminine, remember? And then there are exceptions. Yes, these are things that, because it was heard from the Arab. Yes, Sami'u min al-Arab, or what Ustad Numan says, because the Arab says so. Yeah, but the proper term is actually Sumi'a min al-Arab. Yeah, it was heard from the Arabs. So like Hunain, yeah, Mina, Badrun, Wasitun, Dabikun, Hijrun. Yeah, so these all will not have your tanwin when it is majrur. And then you will carry your fatha. Okay, I've just put this another way. Yes, some people find it easier to remember like this rather than what I showed before. Yeah, so that's why I've just summarized it here. You can refer to this slide, or you can refer it to the table that we saw before. Yeah, so here is the, remember that we talked about this. There are exceptions when it is a foreign name, but it still carries your tanwin, like Nuhun, Lutun, and Khanun, for example. These are foreign names, but we still put tanwin here. Yeah, why? Because we have these 3 letters with a sukun in the middle, silent.
Sister?
Yes?
Sister, the last point, this one. Can you go back to the slide, please?
Hold on.
The last point that was there, some broken plurals. So this is that super plurals, right?
Yes,
like
some
masajid.
patterns. Yes, yeah. So this is what I'm going to show you in the next slide. Okay. Yeah. So yes, yeah. Fu'ala, yeah. Fu'ala'u. So some of the examples: Zumala'u, Sufara'u. Yes, this is their colleagues. Yeah, this is ambassadors, and these of course fuqara, the poor. Yeah, so that pattern. And then mafa'il, or something similar to it. Yeah, something like qanadik. Qanadik is fanadik. Sorry, is the hotels. Yeah, maqatib. Yeah, these are office. Yeah, we can look at it. That dafatirun, notebooks. Yeah, dafatir. Yeah, and then another pattern here, af'ila'u, for example. Yeah, we have asdiqa'u, aghniya'u, aqwiya. So we have here asdiqa'u, aghniya'u, aqwiya.
I'm not able to see the slide, sister.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right. I haven't shared it yet. Here we go. Yeah. So, do you know the meanings of this one? Alhamdulillah, you are able to join too.
أصدقاء is friends. No, sister?
Yes.
صديق. Then أغنياء or the rich, richer. مطلب rich people.
Yeah, the rich people as opposed to fuqara.
أقوياء خويز مطلب طاقتور. What to say? Strongest.
Yes,
The stronger.
the powerful people. Yeah, أقوياء. So that's that. And then we have mafa'il, then something similar to that. Yes. So, fanajin. Do you know what fanajin is? Anyone?
Fanajin. No, sister.
Tuesday class in the kitchen to drink from. When you drink from this cups. Yeah, this is cups. Qanadil. Yeah, qanadil is of course. What is qanadil?
Mafatihu are keys that I know.
Yes.
Qanadil. Mafati is fataha.
Qanadil. It gives you light, basically.
And then it should be lamp?
Yes, lamps. Yeah, lamps. Alhamdulillah.
Lamps.
Good. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. This one I just had a little note. This is a doctor's, really. Yeah. So it's just that it becomes like this. Originally, it's supposed to be this pattern. Yeah, but because of idgham, we get instead atiyab.
Okay,
yeah?
okay.
So this is just a note there. Alhamdulillah. And some examples from the Quran. So what is this one? What is it, because of the pattern, or why is it mamnu min nafsa? Can you give me the reason why it is mamnu min nafsa?
Because of the pattern, masajidu, jama mukassar, na sister?
This is what we call the sigatu muntahal jumu'. Yeah, the broken plural. Yeah. All right. What about this one, Sister Vinita? Why is this mamnu min nafsa?
This is a place.
Yes, it's the name of a place. Yeah. And Ahmadu, what about Ahmadu, Sister Shiraz?
Isme tafzil, the pattern.
Yes. Af'alu, yes.
Afalu.
Yusuf, Sister Vinita?
Non-Arab name.
Non-Arabic name. Then Ramadan, Sister Shiraz.
Because one more words than the three. Alif, Noon, Zaid.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Okay, good. So I think that's it for tonight, inshallah. And I will see you next week, and we'll continue with Ayah 80 and another session of revision. And we will come back to our Ya Mutaqallim for dual and Jumu'. Yes, inshallah. Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير.
آمين وإياكم. بارك الله فيكن.